go.
Point it this way. Brutally honest.
Yeah, I did
It
not
looks
make
like
That's
a
a shame.
zebra.
Yeah, I did not make this gun.
You look like
Okay,
especially
so
from
they're
far away,
just
you got a little
talking.
zebra.
All right, this I recorded a little bit
But I
before
will
now,
say,
but then I thought, it's best not to put anything for the funeral up just yet. So I started streaming now instead. I'll just do a little recap of what
I don't know.
has happened in the past little while I was streaming, but well, recording.
The more I look at it, the more I like it because I've never seen something like it.
We talked a little bit of what we're gonna do with the funeral, and that I won't share. You'll just have to tune in to Lenny's stream on the day. But today, we have heard that Seth Kelly is up and around in the crossing,
All I know is
so we are riding for him.
I know
Everyone's currently just waiting for me to get out of the bathroom, but I thought I'd recap everyone a little bit that we are currently hunting, or at least looking for the ranch. I'm not sure if we're gonna kill him. I don't know about that, but the only other significant thing that has happened is Indy has gotten his gift from Zip, and you'll see it the moment we head out. All right, let's get back to the roleplay. Forgive me for not engaging too much.
You know what? You're right.
Charged me like
I don't want
500.
none.
It's not too bad.
I just not a professional streamer. This is just for you guys.
Indy, if you want to just give us a moment, please.
Ah,
Sorry.
no, it's all right. The windmill's a great place for him to be standing. So I guess I'll just go to the gift now since we seem to have the time. Pity it's a little dark though, huh? What is it?
I'm trying to think of what my war outfit's going to be, including, well, I know what the poncho is, but I'm trying to conceptualize it in my mind. But I told, it was like, you can make it right now. And I was like, I need more time because I got to really think about it.
I remember back when I had a war outfit. I wore it really proudly. I think the only part of it I have left is his poncho.
But it's good you still got the poncho, though, you know?
Yeah.
Make sure it's good.
It doesn't need to be this specific one, but each quill should have their own poncho.
Oh, she said that specific one.
Sip was never so picky, but this is the one that he wore, yeah.
That's probably why she wants it. I don't think you have a poncho on this outfit. Usually I do. Or I have the, you know, I like to say the classic armor.
The classic armor, I like it.
You know, I gunned down Wayland and this fucks with this armor
I believe it.
in Emerald Ranch. You know, we had a lady with us who helped gun them down with just a cattleman. That's all she had.
A cattleman's actually a good weapon. People
No,
give
I
it a
know.
lot of flack because it's cheap, but it's a staple for the West.
Bullet's a bullet.
Bullets. Bonnie Gray told me that once when she shot down a cougar with a double action. Shit, a bullet was a bullet. I ain't never seen someone wield a double action with quite some skill like Bonnie Gray.
Honestly, I was never happier than gunning down Waylon and those stupid fucks. It was great. But afterwards it became a shit show. But, you know, well, we won't talk about that. I would like to say it went flawlessly after we gunned them down, but unfortunately, that's just not true.
You know, I find things rarely go smoothly for the Quills. So you fit in just fine. And it
Oh,
sounds like a job well done in my book.
Well, you see, this is why I said I hate going to Ansburg. So we had the shootout. Law starts riding in. Gideon then puts them in the graves outside Emerald Ranch, which made me laugh my ass off, to be honest. And then the law leaves us, and then they're like, let's go to Ansburg. I'm like, let's not. Let's double back and go back out west. But they don't listen to me. We go to Ansburg. Here comes 15 deputies riding to
For
Ansburg.
God's sakes.
We ride out as fast as we can. They take the worst path I've ever seen in my entire life. It was worse than a bud path. And my horse bucks me and the person on the back of my horse off. We fall and hit our heads. The Gideon and his friend fuck off. They just leave us because they're assholes. The other two came back, stalled while they got us to our feet while the deputies were there, and then we got into a chase again after. And then we were getting chased, and then a cougar comes and bucks me off the horse, and then we all get split up other than me and one other person, but then we all make it out somehow.
That sounds like, oh, thank you. That sounds like
Pretty good.
a wild ride.
Yeah, it was crazy, but we got out and it was fun.
Are we talking about cougars? Because today one of them chased me
Oh,
and my
we're
horse
not-
kicked me in the face.
Yeah, we're not talking about the one that the fellow was hunting in the middle of the road here like an idiot.
Oh yeah. That was what's his name? The one from Kerrigan's ranch.
Peter, was it Peter?
Yeah, it was Peter.
Oh,
Yeah.
I fucking hate Peter Rockwell.
Good old Peter Rockwell.
You know, once I had a gun to his head and he said he wasn't going to stop the wagon, and I said, you might want to think again.
Yeah, he's got balls of steel sometimes.
And
If you get him going, he really goes.
Yeah, well, then we blew up the bank door. There was nothing in it. And then because he was an asshole and he had like thousands of dollars on him, we took $500 for the nitro and fucked off. Actually, I commend his friend. His friend parked a wagon outside the bank, and since no deputies showed up, was pointing guns at us, just himself, across the way from the bank behind a wagon.
I mean, he's an asshole to people who don't deserve to be treated that way. People were only trying to work the saloon there, and they've got actual good food. And he was there trying to bully them out of work. Which I was really disappointed in him, and I told him that he should fuck off. He only serves stews, which is the best thing you can ever serve. But people were actually cooking stuff, kebabs and things like that, and he was disappointed. He didn't want them to work that way.
Well,
Quite-
Kerrigan's
quite
Ranch is like hand-holdy with McFarland's, so they can both go the fuck themselves for all I'm concerned.
I'll be honest, if I see Rockwell and he does something like that bullshit that happens these days, I'm just kind of... To be honest, I'm too sleepy to be making judgments now.
I think each person is free to make their own choices in life. Whether or not they want to live by their own design or be controlled by a greater machine. Doesn't matter to me, I don't care. As long as someone lives by their own principle, they don't insult me. I don't tend to look down on anyone. Even Seth Kelly, if he's living by his own stupid principle, then I respect him.
That fella's a muppet.
But if he's not, I'll make sure to let him know. One of my pet
Yes.
peeves is when people tell other people how to live
That's what he does every day.
every day.
Came into Thieves like every fucking day and complains about how people live there and then wants to control them. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm just gonna say it how it is right now. I'm gonna say I haven't seen a single fucking rancher today. No one has been more happier, and nothing's burning to the ground. Life goes on. Everything's just fine. I don't see why they need to be fucking such assholes about everything.
Some people aren't happy in life unless they are ruining things for others. Unless they're imposing their own will on other people. That's why we have a president. It's because that type of person just isn't happy without enforcing their own will. It's a sense of entitlement people have. The
I can't wait.
ranch just happens to be one of those places, I suppose.
It's fair. I can't wait until we show his mouth shut. I put him on a pole, and then he can become the scarecrow of Thieves Landing and get attacked by all the wolves that come into to Thieves.
I want to shoot him over James Kelly's grave.
That would be good too.
I'm going to bed.
Okay. Good night, old man.
Good-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
I want to make him kneel in front of the Prince of the West. I want to shoot him up in that frozen hellhole and have his blood seep down on James.
Never
That's
knew
what.
James Kelly, so.
He was an obstinate bastard, and he had no friends. And yet, he was one of the founders of the Old West. Not saying the Old West was any better than this West now, but there was just something about James Kelly when he rode. You knew the Kelly gang was moving when James was around. And man, did they move mountains. I fought a whole war with the Kelly gang. Rude Boy Rudy, Jonesy, James, all of them. I didn't know many of the Kettlemans, and I don't care, but I got to see James Kelly in his prime, when he was a leader. And boy, does his brother do his legacy bad.
Yeah, that's what I heard. People said that his brother is way fucking worse.
Oh,
In, like,
yes.
Not a good way.
He was worse, but he had principle. And if you proved yourself to James Kelly, you knew it. When James Kelly said something, he meant it, and it meant something. He never went back on his word. Not once.
Oh, I just meant like people saying Seth is worse, like than James.
He's
Because
worse
he's
in
a
yeah, he's worse.
vigilante. Fuck.
He might be worse in a different kind of way. But I can tell you, James Kelly was never no friend to anybody.
So, did James Kelly, was he also in the Kettleman gang?
Yes, he was.
Oh, okay.
He was a Kettle kid like Zip. In fact, Zip had a lot of stories revolving around James. They spent a lot of time together.
No. Hard losing Zip. I know it's at least like triple the amount harder for y'all because I didn't really get to know him that well. But even for the short time that I knew him, it did feel just like I was a part of the family from the start. There was never any, I never felt excluded or anything, and I wish that I had gotten to know him a lot better like y'all did. Granted, I kind of do in a different way through y'all, through Millie, everyone telling stories, passing information down. Kind of makes me think that even though he's gone, and even though a lot of things here on the crossing have changed and everyone keeps talking about how different it is from the old days and different this, different that, I also think that I'm hopeful that with Millie and y'all that we can kind of pave our own unique way, if that makes sense, into the West in its own unique way.
Up until yesterday, I would have disagreed with you. I would have said the West was dead, let it burn, fuck it. In fact, I'm sure you've heard me say that a few times. But I met someone yesterday, right here in the plains of Blackwater. It's a preacher man, walking all the way to New Austin.
I met that fella.
Yeah, I picked him up, asked him if he needed a ride, and he jumped right on. You know what he told me, this preacher man?
What did he tell you?
You see, I told him the West was dead and fuck it, let it burn. The golden age is over. And he took me by the shoulder and he said, now is the most important time of the West. This will be the time that people remember because this is the time that it all ends. This is the golden age of the West because this is when old meets new. That the Western outlaw clashes against the machine. And I can't fucking wait to stand on the precipice of that, on all that bloodshed and change, and give it the ultimate fuck you as we die the last wild and free outlaws. He turned my displeasure for this age into pure excitement. I can't wait until they try to pave over Armadillo. I can't fucking wait until the ranchers come with their elephant rifles and their moral injustice. I can't wait to stand in front of Zoe Winters with her law dogs. I can't wait to be the last of our breed. I owe it all to the preacher man, I think.
I can't fucking wait for Millie to lead us into fucking battle.
That's right. You are now a part of the oldest gang in the crossing. People might laugh at the Quill Gang, but we're still here. Dozens, maybe hundreds of gangs have come and gone. Some lit a fire for a moment and then trickled out, and now I can hardly remember their name. But everybody knows the Quill Gang. And everyone will remember the Quill Gang because we come from a greater legacy. Says something about us being able to stay around and survive for so long. Quill means family. And family sticks together.
And with every fucking bullet we fire, every action we take,
That's right.
Zip will live on through that too.
That's right. It's the will of Quill, after all. Isaac taught me that. I think it started as a joke because people thought we were like a cult. But the will of Quill is something deeper. It means love.
I'm gonna head back to Thieves and see if I can
If you want to talk about a cult, that's the
see if I can get a hold of
Pronghornies.
Kitty.
Of course.
All right, you can have her back. I know I took too much time.
You're
It's
fine.
all right.
It was lovely. Thank you.
Uncle went, old man, whatever the fuck, he went to sleep.
Yeah, I heard he came up and told us. So I'm actually gonna head back to Thieves. Just check around the place one more time, and then probably lay my head down. So,
Okay, did you pay the rent?
no, because I was waiting for your half, silly.
Ooh, I'm poor.
Bullshit, you got 200 with Emery.
Ooh, I'm poor.
Millie, make sure she gives me her half.
Ha ha ha.
I'm poor, I don't know what you mean.
Bullshit.
I only
She just
have...
got $60. Why didn't she pay it?
Yeah, we'll have to do a job.
Yeah, I only have $444.
You're quick on your feet, Ev, like a damn squirrel, so I know you
Stop
can
calling me
get
a
through it.
squirrel!
Squirrel.
Millie,
Yes.
I don't want any cuts for no jobs. I want you to send all my cuts to England to Andy. I want every cent that I make in this crossing to go to Zip's children. Forever and always. That's fact. If Zip can't take care of those kids, then I will. We will. We'll make a Quill and Co. something huge. So if they ever come to this crossing, to America, they got a business. And if they never come, they get the royalties for that business. Even if one day all that will be left to Oscar, I don't care.
How about from now on, whenever we do a job, each person's cut is 10% less, and that 10% of each of our cut goes either towards bettering our weaponry and shit, or to Zip's family.
You can do that if you want. Sounds good.
I don't have
I think
problem.
how about this? If you want to take a cut out and put it towards that, sure. If not, I understand. No judgment or anything. You do what you want. It's your money. You earned it. I know times are hard right now. Fuck, I'm struggling. So,
And usually ain't.
I know. Well, Zip decided to spend all my money before he died. God rest his soul. Love him.
Oh, yeah,
Spell.
yeah.
Guns.
Oh. Well,
Love him.
All my
Right,
cuts
Nate?
are going to Bud's elephant raffle.
oh my god.
Why you need to buy it?
I feel
We're just
guilty
gonna
about that.
We're just gonna take Cucamongas and give it to Bud.
Because someone said they would front the money up front and buy it for me if we, and it might belong to Seth. So if it's Seth's, I kind of want to fucking shove it down his throat.
All
That would be
right.
ironic. That would make me laugh. Oh, we also need Cucamonga soup.
That's right.
Yes.
Bud's back is awful empty without it.
Yeah. Okay. The week has gone by so fucking slow, but right now
Yep.
it is becoming way too fast to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, I would agree with that sentiment.
I know.
Now I want it. I want it to go back slow again. I don't want to.
We can stare at a clock.
You know what we can stare at?
What's
The
that?
wall where I work on an outfit.
We can do that if you want.
Yeah, we can go
No,
work
it's
on
fine,
an
I
outfit if you
don't-
want to.
I don't want to take up all else time. If you want to do something.
Well, Evelyn, we're gonna have to do it sometime.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think you
very true.
understand how patient I am.
All right, you want to go do it in Armadillo, or you want to do it here?
Which is better? Maybe Blackwater is better.
Yeah.
Blackwater's got some nice pics.
Okay, yeah, we can just do it here. Fuck it.
I
Plus, I can fuck around in town while you're changing.
Strawberry.
Not bad.
Jump on.
It's like, he's tender back there just for, like, it's formed to my ass,
Play it.
Flash.
That's right.
Ah!
You wanted to scream at him?
Ah,
Yeah.
man, it feels like I'm back at home again.
Play it.
Who are we yelling at?
By the way, your saddle is.
No, your saddle's foot.
It's your saddle, Evelyn.
Yeah, get the
Ha ha.
strawberry saddle is never wrong.
That's a lie.
Thank you for this horse, Millie.
Of course.
Now I got a telegram, so I'm gonna round town. Are you gonna stop off here?
Yeah. Be careful.
I will. Man, Indeed's feeling some kind of way. So, if you haven't guessed it yet, Indy's riding homicide. Millie gave Indy homicide. So that homicide and murder can ride side by side together again. That's crazy, yo. I don't know how to even RP through that feeling. Like, Indy is just so numb because tomorrow isn't here yet. So, like, it feels still like a dream. And when tomorrow comes, he's just gonna overflow and be overwhelmed because it'll be like, it'll be real. It's the last ride. So, Indy's feeling some kind of way. Like, he's laughing and stuff with the people. But I don't know if he's really in it. Like, his heart's not there. His heart's an armadillo, rotten in a morgue. So, Indy is feeling some kind of way. And it's wild for anyone who knew Indy before. But we'll see. Daza. Indy. 12:06, so that was 10 minutes ago. Oh, I spelled Daza's name wrong when I first put it in. I put Daza. Indy. XM689. Daza. Where are you? Inty. See, I got telegram from Daza from Rhodes. Why is it that when I want to see you the hardest, you just materialize out of nowhere?
So I make a habit of it.
Well, when you're done reading telegrams, maybe we should talk.
Yeah. I told Dahlia I was here, so maybe we can talk up by the camp.
Sure.
Outside Blackwater, I'll show you.
Millie gave me my gift from Zip. Is that
What did
horse?
you get?
She gave me homicide.
Couldn't think of a better owner for it.
It's surreal, Daza. It's like the past week has been a terrible nightmare. And yet, if I live through tomorrow, that nightmare is real.
The nightmare never ends.
It's coming true. I see it. Not one day. The next time we go to Quill Canyon, to the Sea of Coronado. It'll be you or Barton that I bury.
Being buried sounds a lot less like a nightmare these days.
Yes. Because it's too easy. Living's the hard part, now isn't it?
Yeah. I guess it is. Zip's done the easy part. He just gets to sit back and smile and watch how the rest of our lives unfold.
You know, Daza, I got an interesting telegram from Carrie. One that said you were lost. Yet you found me quite easily. What would she mean by you were lost?
Went
She-
deep in the bottle.
I see. So that's what she meant, that you poisoned yourself.
Shot up half of Armadillo, and then that's the last thing I remember.
Good, I hope you set it ablaze.
I think there was fire.
It's a pity I would have joined you. You know, the other day I was walking through the fields of Blackwater, and I came across a preacher man. I decided that I'd show a little kindness and offer that preacher man a ride, since he was walking all the way to New Austin. He said his name was Reverend Small. I've never heard of such a reverend before, but he's left a lasting imprint on me. I rode him to the west, and our conversation devolved into me saying, "Let the West burn, the golden age is dead." And you know what he said to me, this preacher man of God? He placed his hand on my shoulder as we stared out at New Austin from the cliff above. And he said, "This is the most important age to live. That the golden age of the West was here, now, at the very end. That this is the time to be an outlaw. That at the very end of it all, when the old ways meet the new and the cowboy stands against the machine, this is the time to stand." I have to tell you that it filled me full of a twisted pleasure, because I can't wait, Daza, to stand in the face of the ranchers, in the face of Zoe Winters and her law dogs, in the face of the machine, and give them the ultimate fuck you. I can't wait to stain the sands of New Austin with blood as they pave it over. Can't wait to be the last of us all. 'Cause I knew and I know that I'll die right. I suppose I owe this preacher man a good deal, because yesterday I was ready just to say fuck it all. Now I can't wait. Now I can't wait to stare down the barrel of an elephant rifle. I can't fucking wait. There is no love deeper than a quill's love. There is no bond deeper than what we share. And there's no greater hate or rage or pain than we feel for each other. I have no idea if we're riding out against the ranch. None. Millie hasn't really said. But regardless, I'll get my blood.
Met with Millie, gave her some advice from someone who's warred with the ranch before. I think she needs it. She needs you as well.
Millie.
That looks like Millie over there.
Yes, it is. They're enjoying themselves here in Blackwater today.
Holy shit.
Howdy.
I was gonna go on.
That ain't gonna work out anymore. You can't do that.
Howdy.
Oh my god, at least just telegram me, please.
All right, I will.
For the love of God, if I see any elephant rifle get pointed at any of you, I'm gonna fucking lose my goddamn mind.
I just get so overwhelmed when I seen Daza, I forgot.
Hello, Daza.
But I'll remember.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna go back to changing.
I'm sorry,
just
Evelyn.
Over here.
Howdy.
I can give y'all your space if y'all have in a moment. I understand.
No.
I just wanted to make sure that Indy was alright.
No, it's fine.
There's
I
no
was just catching up.
there's no private moments between us. We're all family.
I think I saw Dahlia here. Give me a minute.
I think I just saw her right in.
My
I'm gonna-
heart nearly came out my ass.
I'm gonna go to change. Soon I shall be there.
Oops. All right. I'm sorry. Daza, he just looked like he needed a friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When Millie said, "Where's Indy?" I said, "I don't know.
Well, I
I'm sure
was
Indy will figure it
waiting.
out."
I had my pocket watch. I was looking and I was going, okay, yeah, it's about that time. He's not back yet. So I went to telegrams. I went all over Blackwater and I was searching. And then I went back and I was like, we have a slight issue. We need to go find Indy now.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you for riding out for me.
Well, of course. I would have done it by myself.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you too.
Daza's looking rough. And he smells awful.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find her?
No, but I told her I was here.
How are you faring, Daza? How is your resolve?
Unclear.
I can see that. It's about as muddled as the liquor in that bottle.
Tell you what though, it tastes damn good.
Yeah, I know. All too well. What's your plans for tonight, Daza?
Nothing.
Good. Then that means I can take you and Sawyer and we can ride around together.
Sure.
Amazing.
Anyone giving you trouble today? Millie?
No, not today. Although I will tell
Zoe
you,
sure as hell's trying.
yes. Zoe made it a point to place blame on Bud for Zip's death.
Fuck does Bud have to do in Zip's death? That doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
You'll probably be seeing her tomorrow.
Yeah, I will.
We saw her today with Serafina.
The only reason he was at that range because I got taken.
What, she wants to fucking blame Bud for getting shot or something?
Did I just hear you agree with Zoe Winters, Bud?
No.
The reason he was at that ranch was because he wanted to be. is because no one on this unholy earth would keep Zip Quill from getting one of his people. It's no one's fault that Zip Quill went to that ranch, because he was going anyways. It's no fault. Not even his own. That a bullet found him. It's just a cruel twist of fate. Don't ever let Zoe Winner's words get to you, bud. Or Seth Kelly's. Or Cucamonga's if they ever
But
bring it
I
up.
never thought any of their words would get to me. Till they held me up with a fucking elephant rifle, and Zoe cornered me, saying it's my fucking fault.
It's not your fault.
Bunch of fucking bullshit.
Bud. Look at me. Now. Tell me.
Oh, I couldn't get angry, but I am.
Tell me with fortitude it's not your fault.
I can't yet.
You can't. Because you're letting their words and their poison infect you. Get to you. Worm their way into you. And use Zip Quill's love for you against you.
Yeah, and maybe that'll lead me to stabbing Zoe Winters in the fucking heart if she says something again. Makes it easy on me.
If you need to stab Zoe Winters, then stab Zoe Winters. I'll hold her down for you. But don't you ever let them make you think that you are the reason that Zip Quill is dead. Because Zip Quill did only what Zip Quill wanted. He died because he was wild into the very end. And that's the way it should be. You can't help it. You can't help what happened to him, and you can't help what happened to you. But you know damn well that his last orders and his last thoughts were to make sure that you were okay. To not leave that ranch until we got our blood for you. Because he loves you, and it is not your fault that he's dead.
You know, she looked at me in the eyes. She said that he had her guns while he died. All because I was there to get them.
That's right. Because you were filling out an order for us. You were doing what you were told. What
It's
you
just supposed to be a fucking goof. It's
And-
just supposed to be a little joke between Zip and Zoe. That's all that was supposed to be. Turned more. Turned into what we did. That fucking ranger. Now those fucking rangers inserted themselves. Decided they can kill someone. I don't know how law has put the fucking hammer down on them yet?
Because
Zoe is almost fucking agreeing with them.
they will never bring the hammer down for the Quill Gang. Not ever, not once. Let alone Zip Quill. There are people out there right now, drinking to his demise. There are people who gotta come to that funeral tomorrow and want to shit on his grave. There are snakes in the grass that's given their condolences who don't give an actual fuck. Tomorrow is not about grief. It's about war. It's the last time we're riding into battle with Zip, and it's to get him in the ground with Isaac. And then to blow him up so no one can dig him up and dance with his corpse. That's tomorrow. We cry the day after. If we want justice for Zip Quill, we have to paint this crossing red. We have to bleed McFarland's ranch. We have to hang Cucamonga by his own intestines. That is the only justice for Zip Quill we're gonna get. It's to shove a barrel of a gun down anyone's mouth who dares say otherwise. If that's what you want, I will be there with you every step of the way. And I'll pull the triggers that you can't, if that's what you need. Anything to help you grieve. And that goes for everyone standing here.
What's this one I need? If I can't be angry, I know Evelyn can be for me. So can you. So can Millie. Sure Dazzle can too. I'll try. But right now, I am angry. At the point of a conversation, though, I suppose I need to learn on that one. When to act. When to be angry. Instead of fucking after the fact.
But Quills never think. If you need to act whenever, just act when you feel like it. We'll clean up the mess later.
Yeah, right.
When did you ever know Zip Quill to think anything through? Not a damn once.
To my understanding, quite a bit.
Only at the end. When he had people he loved and cared for.
Was this one I knew him then? That was my glimpse of Zip. Somebody that cared a lot.
That's right. Because unlike other gangs, this one's family. It's our greatest strength and our most profound weakness.
Yeah. Suppose that's fucking true. Thought I knew what family was until the Quills came along.
Quills mean family. To the very end. Howdy, Dahlia.
Howdy. How y'all doing?
Amazing. Amazing.
What were y'all getting into?
We don't know yet. We were just up and about. You are 100% free to up and about with us.
I'll take you up on that.
Excellent. All right, let's see the war outfit.
It's a work in progress.
It looks good. I like the poncho.
Boy, that's a lot of belts.
Yeah, well, I'm always the one who's the most prepared out of anybody.
Okay, yeah, you are. Whatever.
Listen, I got what I need.
Howdy.
Howdy.
How has Daza been holding up, Sawyer?
That's a bit of a loaded question.
I know.
If by holding up, do you mean by the bottle? Then yes.
I did have the pleasure of speaking to him one-on-one for a little while. And I did get a few telegrams from Carrie about him.
Yeah. I damn near drank him so stupid the other day. We had to take him to the medical office. I didn't even know that you could. You know if he's been drinking today?
Yes, he drank just a few seconds ago. And he smells like he was drinking before now.
Doesn't surprise me. It's good to know that.
I still got a few more things I want to say to Daza before he rides off and vanishes. But I'm going to try damn hard to ensure that his spirit doesn't remain broken.
Fortunately, I think that that's something for him to figure out for himself.
Sometimes a person gets so lost in grief. Sometimes it clouds their vision so profoundly that all they can see is darkness. It's like an endless tunnel ahead, but with no light at the end. Sometimes only another person can assure you that there is an end, that all the goodness that you need, or that you were, or that is still there. Sometimes you just need a hand to the other side. Some tasks are too impossible to handle on one's own.
Yeah, and he's not alone, and he knows that. It's just whether or not he actually wants to take that hand, and that is a personal choice.
I ain't never known Daza to ask for help, but I have known him to yearn for it. Sometimes, a stubborn man, you just gotta grab their hand and drag them. You see, Daza's fully capable of ripping his hand away and walking alone. But I doubt that he would if you took his hand and just dragged him. That for me says it all.
I think he'll come around. I'm just not going to push him. That's a good way to get shut out.
I think in that regard, you might know him a little better than me. After all, the Daza I knew hid his true feelings behind a mask. He was two people. He was Darren the Drongo and Daza. Sometimes he would speak about himself in the third person, like he was speaking about a different person. Now I haven't seen the mask in a long time, which convinces me now that he is Daza in this moment. And it is the very first time he's had to process his emotions without that mask.
I
Now,
haven't seen him put it on since all of this.
must be scary for Daza.
It's better to see this than nothing at all. I told him this.
That's right. How are you holding up?
As best as I can. I normally take situations like this and I put more focus on everybody else than myself.
Hmm.
How smelly.
Focusing on everyone else but herself.
Sounds about right.
But tomorrow barrels down on us. And that's when this cozy yet mournful plateau comes crashing down. In reality, it hits us right in that face. Feel like it's a dream, a terrible nightmare. You see, when Isaac died, I was a fucking mess for days and weeks, crying my goddamn eyes out. Yeah, it was Zip. It's either manic hysteria or numbness, or I don't believe it's real at all. Tomorrow is a nightmare. Welcome back.
The meatball.
What? Oh, sorry. It's hard to
I
tell
like
if
the
it's a turkey
outfit,
or not.
Evelyn. It looks nice.
Thank you.
I'm gonna check my telegrams.
Well,
Man, I wanted to play Indy like going crazy and shit, but like I feel like he always feels like it's his job to hold things together, to like keep things that the way that they were. remind people what is and what isn't, even though he has, like, Indy's in a very similar mental state to Daza, but he's goddamn too logical for his own good. Yet there's moments when he's alone, like in roleplay without the group, that he's just totally lost beside himself. Daza,
Indy,
do you feel defeated?
I don't know what I feel.
Do you know that a man can only truly be defeated if his spirit is broken?
I only heard half of that. I was too far.
I asked you if you felt defeated, and you said that, you weren't sure. And then I told you that a man can only be defeated if his spirit was broken. You see, anyone can shoot a gun. And anyone can take anything that you love and take it away from you. Now the Darren, the Daza that I know, has never once, not once, been defeated. He's always stood unbroken. I know we haven't lost something as important as Zip. And I know that the bodies of our friends are piled around us. Jonesy, Rowan, Prophet, Isaac, Zip. But don't, even if you are not riding into war for a second time with these rancher fucks. Don't ever admit defeat. Don't let them break the soul of Darren the Drongo or Daza.
That's a thing, Indy. It's not even just about defeat. It's not that I'm defeated. It's the fact, and simple fact, that nearly everyone I started my journey with in the crossing has left or gone. And when you start in the crossing, it's like a flame on a candle that's burning bright, and with every person you lose, that flame gets dimmer. And I think, Indy, I think Zip dying has extinguished that flame. I don't feel nothing inside me no more. Nothing.
I don't believe that for a goddamn second. I've seen your flame. I felt it burn in Gorma. I've seen you ride into battle. I know you. Past all of this. And I firmly believe that when the day comes, you will blaze again, even if that blaze burns you to death. You will die a warrior, Daza. And you will die victorious. This is no end. And know that you're not alone. After all, everyone I started my journey with is gone too. It's just you and Barton. That's it. It might take you a while to feel that heat again. But I believe. I believe.
I'm glad someone does.
Good, I'll believe for you. To the very end. Thank God I hope I'm
have-
there when you blaze again.
I have ideas. Horrible ideas.
So do I.
All in good time. Indy,
Oh, yes.
you just need to be strong for Millie. Because I can't right now.
I can be strong. There's no time to be weak.
Because I'm going to tell you something similar I told Millie, and it was the advice I told her to give to you all. Take it from me, Indy, someone who has warred with these ranches and who has put them in the dirt. It took me, it took Paxton Waggy, it took Jesse McKinley, it took people that knew how to fucking aim and not miss. Because I'll tell you what, these ranches, they do not miss, and they have the shooters. That is the reality.
I know.
So you need to be smarter. It's not about outgunning them. It's about outlasting them. Using your wits and your resources and getting them when their guard's down, okay?
That sounds like my way to fight. Because between you and me, I'm the worst shot in the Quill Gang that ever was. I think we all knew that. And yet, there's never been an order that Zips gave that I haven't followed through with. And his last
Listen,
Hmm?
skills with a gun aside, you're one of the most passionate members of the Quill Gang that has ever existed. That is worth more than 1,000 guns.
I think I'm just crazy. Zoe once told me Zoe once told me that the Quill Gang was a cult. I think she's
I
right.
guess. But take what I said and fucking do what you will with my advice. But my advice is don't fucking face them in an open field and go gung ho on them. They have the shooters. Get them when they're unsuspecting. Take it from me, I've fucking warred with these people, and I've shot at them before. They've shot at me. They don't miss. Don't expect them to.
I understand. Don't worry. When I come for them, they won't even know it. Not until it's too late.
Good. You can win 100 gunfights and still lose a war. This is about outlasting the enemy, not outgunning them. Because they do have the guns there. And it's important to realize that and not get in over your head.
God, he's right. That first gunfight
And I'm
really.
the only motherfucker here out of the people in that circle behind me that have warred with these people. So take what you will with it. But I'm letting you know my 2 cents, how you should approach it. The people you have with you, a lot of them are inexperienced, a lot of them are green. but that doesn't mean you still can't do damage. You just gotta be smart.
I know. I know that all too well. And I wish that we weren't so green that day. But we don't make the same mistakes twice.
Good. Good. I have hope that you guys will strike hard and strike fast and strike when the time is right. Right now, we just focus on burying our brother.
That's right.
It's fair. What was like? I used to not like
Welcome back.
mushrooms, but now I love mushrooms. So
Oh,
you know.
mushrooms good.
Yeah, I
Thank
used to
you.
hate them, but now I like them.
On pizza, I'm still iffy about them.
No,
Let's
that's
get
how I
outta
started
here.
liking them. You know, I tried them, and then it just progressed from there.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go lay my head. I'm gonna
Me
go back to
too.
Armadillo if everyone's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll ride with you to make sure you get there safe.
Same.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, on the back of your horse.
Always.
I'm too tired to be riding my horse right now. You know, when you get to the point, you're just like, I'll probably end up falling off.
I got you.
All right, Vengeance, you stay here. Vengeance, and I got Havoc.
Who made that sound? Was that you? Was that
No.
Dahlia?
I think she made the wah sounds. I made the
No one can run over Dahlia with the duck sound.
wah, wah, wah. Like it. Who's that?
Howdy.
This is Quills. This is one of my brethren, a barbarian of the West. His name is Gabe. Don't know if you'll
Howdy.
admit.
Howdy.
Howdy, Gabe. We've met like a bunch of times.
Yes, we've met.
Yeah. I think there's maybe just a couple people I don't know. In
Ma-
terms of right here.
My name's Indigo Riley, and it's a pleasure.
Oh, good to meet you. Oh, Dazza. I was running some jobs and I rode up to Manzanita, and lo and behold, I rode into 6 bed bugs.
How long ago was that?
This is hours and hours and hours ago.
Bad bugs?
There was
shit.
Beth, Thomas, Nix.
Oh, bad lumps. Oh, yep.
Yeah. Moxley, who's new, I guess, with them, and then some guy with
Ugh.
a C name.
Hate Moxley.
They asked my name, and I told them it was Laurent Clark, and they asked if I rode with anybody, and I said, "What do you think?" And I just rode off.
They chase you?
They tried to, because Moxley said, "I think that's Gabriel," and I lost him.
If I
Maybe
see
they
Moxley, I'll
wanted to, maybe they
telegram
wanted
you.
to talk, maybe they didn't. I don't care.
They still ain't fucking responded to what they plan on doing. All they're saying is they want truce until we meet,
Okay.
and I've yet to get a fucking response. I telegrammed Nix today. I said I still haven't fucking heard an answer. If you want a truce, tell me when you plan on accepting the challenge.
Well, if y'all are headed out west, there ain't nobody in Thieves, and a prison transport left Armadillo. I was behind it. No idea who they were. There's at least 5 of them on there.
Okay.
They look like fresh faces.
5 on them on a transport, huh? Out of Armadillo.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was riding to the west, there was a shootout. along the side road by the river. I was looking over the
Yeah.
ridge and saw Law chasing people, shooting them, and then I went into the tailor to talk to him about making some stuff for me. And when I came out, there was a prison transport with like 5 people on it.
Well, shit. You are gonna be up much longer. Escorting Millie out west, but I might stay up a bit longer.
Yeah, I'm just running a shine job right now that has to go east. So
All right. Well, how about I link up with you after a bit
yeah, just
after
send me
I
a
go to
telegram.
Armadillo. All right.
Y'all stay safe.
Yeah. See ya.
You as well.
Tomadillo then.
Moxley's a fucking rat.
I have no idea who they are.
I'm 90% sure Moxley told Law about something about what happened the night that we killed the fellow that was after my family. I'm 90% sure. Because they knew a lot more. They pretty much knew almost everything, and none of one in my family spoke to the Law. And he was the only one else there.
Interesting.
So we're pretty sure. And then the next, like one of the days, like the next day, pretty much, that my sister went to Sisika. He was like, "Yeah, Boswell kept talking to me and asking me all these questions." I was like, "Okay, well, she knew a lot more than she should have. So what can come out of your fucking mouth?"
Bud, slow down.
So I gotta do some.
Keep it slow for Dawes' horse. It's probably exhausted.
I think your horse might be sick.
It's fucked up, bud.
I think he might be just a little bit intoxicated, but so we have to make sure that it's alright.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna end up taking Julia Boswell for a nice conversation to find out if he's a rat or not.
Just tell us when and where.
Right behind us, they're fine.
Now, if I was going to the west, and I hate the McFarlands, I wouldn't go this way. But that's just my own personal opinion.
There's plenty of space to avoid McFarland's, but still not pussy out if they fucking come this way.
Those people at the ranch, when we went up against them, they shoot real clean. I think when it comes to warring with the ranch, it's not about how hard you hit them, or how often, or how many triggers you pull, or how cunning you are. I don't think they're very smart, but I think they're very brave.
They need to. This is why my personal feeling is that we need to kidnap 2 of them, and we need to and hit them, but we need to take 2 members where it fucking counts, not just anybody.
Well, I think if you took Seth and Cucamonga, that would end the war right there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what we need to take. And guess who likes to be alone in Blackwater by himself? Seth.
They're taking this way, all right.
But yeah. Just
Oh, I'll remember it.
think that's the best way, in my opinion. Now, I don't know about Cucamonga as much, but Seth definitely goes places alone. or if not alone with one other.
Good. He'd be
No,
an absolute disgrace to the Kelly name if he was too afraid to move by himself. He's already a disgrace, but he'd be an absolute disgrace.
exactly. I agree. But we get him. Things can. The thing is, what I think the other people and thieves made their mistake that they made is they just took him and they fucked him up real bad, and then they left him, right?
I'd torture him for
We gotta
days.
exactly. We gotta hold on to him.
For days and days, I'd give him the quill treatment.
So that's why I think that was the biggest mistake they could have made.
Oh, it's not a mistake I'd make if I got my hands on Seth Kelly. I'd take him up to his brother's grave and I'd introduce them personally, over and over for days. Alas, he can't do anything yet until Zip's buried. Can't give them a reason.
Nope. We just bide our time.
You can just drop me off. Wait, where's Daza? Alright.
Are you going to bed, Evelyn?
I am. I was just gonna check my little telegrams before I sleep. But I am quite tired.
All right.
I wanna rest a lot before tomorrow. That way I'm fully rested and prepared.
Yeah, I suppose so.
That's up.
Well, that's right.
Alright. Try and get some rest.
Yeah, make sure you got dynamite sorted.
Yeah, I will.
Alright.
Good night, Millie. Good night,
Night.
Evelyn.
Good night. I'm just gonna check my telegrams and then go to sleep.
Alright,
Yeah,
thanks
I'm
for
gonna check my telegram.
riding with us.
Always and forever.
Um.
Hmm?
Uh.
Oh. What?
Hey, Dahlia.
Daza, where are you?
How?
Daza, what have I told you about climbing under the floorboards here? You fucker. You drunken motherfucker.
I'm drunk. I think I need
Dahlia, Dahlia, do you have a lockpick? You can open this door.
I do not have a lockpick.
someone fucking get me out of here. Is that door lock-pickable?
Yes, it is. This is how Moon Fraser used to train me, but I never caught a hang of it. All right, well, it's a strawberry, one of us. You fucker! Can you try to sleep by the?
Hey, Evelyn, do you have a lockpick?
Evelyn,
Really shouldn't crawl through the window.
this fucker crawled through the motherfucking window and got himself locked in the post office. Oh, I'm gonna check my mail. This is Millie yelling at me. All right, well, Daza, you stay here, and we'll have to go to Strawberry and come back. This motherfucker, we're about to be rode up on. Stuck in the post office. This is how we died. This is how Seth Kelly gets us. I had to pee so bad, y'all.
I'm fucking stuck.
Can you crawl back underneath the boards if you close your eyes?
Can't do shit.
Take a nap.
I do not want to know what happens if I take a nap though. Should I?
I don't know, man. I hear it's quite dusty in there,
Should
so
I take a nap?
I
Can you see me?
yes,
through the bars?
we can see
of
you.
course we can see you.
Really feel like it'd be safer if someone just fucking lockpicked it open.
Alright, well, I can buy one lockpick. I have $15. Shall we head to Strawberry? I'm talking to you, Dahlia. This is on us.
I'm gonna leave him here by himself.
I have $15. I'm only gonna be able to buy one if I go.
Well, I hope somebody's good at lockpicking, but
I am not. I am not. But I will go buy them. You can keep him company so he doesn't get lonely. If I don't come back in a half an hour, the ranch killed me. So, snow. Guys, this is how we die. Seth Kelly's gonna grab us on our way to Strawberry to help this fucking telegram. Please telegram me if you crawl out, okay? Oh, Daza, the whole town knows.
I got drunk.
I'm not gonna be
Hey,
too harsh.
Can I take your telegram?
Yeah,
You
it's not about
need a
just crawling
telegram
out.
sent.
Ay, ay, ay. Who's all here?
I got a new job. I'm the teller of Armadillo.
I mean, I know that things are rough right now, Daza, but this isn't you.
I'm the teller of.
Do you want me to
of
send
You?
Armadillo.
Oh, please don't make lock.
Can someone pick the fucking lock and get me out of here in that door?
Try grabbing this box.
No, just
What?
crawl through the hole here.
What
You know, this big hole. Just put the crate here and just crawl through, right?
you know that's how we ended up getting in this mess. Okay.
What fucking hole? I don't see no hole.
Will you put the letters
there's a box
through?
over here.
Can you grab the
Just,
crate by the
crawl
doors?
through.
Yeah, where's
Oh,
the
it's-
crate? Tell me.
It's by the door.
It's by the door.
The lamp.
I don't know.
got-
I just blinked and I was in here.
Okay, well,
I
if you
can't-
grab on.
He stumbled and he tripped and he was behind the store.
Listen, the boards of this place are rickety. You can't lean against the walls of the telegram station.
I
I
would
can't
go
grab
get
no crate.
Here, let me. I can help. Just crawl through the big hole over here. It's this nice big
Oh.
hole right here.
Yeah.
I'm
Howdy,
glad
howdy.
that the entirety of Armadillo's here to witness your embarrassment, Daza.
Just crawl through that hole.
anybody in the sheriff's office that could help?
No, they can't unlock that door even. It's always there, but it can't unlock the door.
I don't think there's any transit on duty either.
Well, thanks for the
No,
supplies.
Just crawl through it. Nope.
Could you imagine that SOS to the transit authority?
Just try to put the box down like way out
Hey,
here.
you know what? They might appreciate it. They never get any tips, I bet.
What if we
That
just
is
put a bunch
not
of gun
true.
oil on him
Oh.
and then made him slide through the crack?
Okay, why don't...
No,
Okay,
No, crawl through the hole by getting on top
What
of the
if I-
box.
What
Get
if I
on
try
top
to
of the
grab
box.
you?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah,
what
No,
if
no,
you-
he'll just
That's right.
not want
Rope
to
him
move.
and pull him.
Don't grab
Come
it.
here.
Honestly, you might
Oh
have.
no,
Okay,
don't.
never mind.
He's
I
gonna
can't
get
grab
stuck
you.
now.
Come on,
His,
What if
his
he
legs are gonna get
sits-
stuck to the ground now. Oh,
What
no,
if
he's
he
fine.
sits on top of
Just
the box?
sit,
and
sit
then
on it.
his-
Over the hole. There you go, bud.
There you go.
Okay, now yank him off here.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh! This man is a genius.
So many
Anybody
people
get
now.
great?
I'm free.
It's
I'm
free.
free. Yeah.
Great work.
Cross the
Nothing to
subverted,
see
everybody.
here. Really, nothing to see.
No.
Okay.
It brings me so much joy that this was shared with everyone in Armadillo.
Thanks, everybody.
It takes a community to come together to take a fellow out of this telegram office.
We walk until there's no more ground to walk on, Daza. We just leave.
Yeah.
Don't go near the telegram station, you fucker.
What's wrong with it?
All right, let's get out of here.
We never show our faces in Armadillo again.
No, I just.
Is he gonna be there tomorrow?
That's all I did.
Howdy, Daza.
Are you doing okay?
Sorry for your loss.
No, why you gotta say it like that?
Saying like what?
I'm alright. Not really.
Perhaps I'm just mishearing your tone.
Well, it's his
be
loss.
there. I'll be
And I'm
here.
sorry for it.
We'll be here tomorrow.
I suppose I'll see you all tomorrow then.
Respectfully, yeah.
Yep. See you tomorrow.
Until
It's tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.
Bye now.
Zip's funeral.
Zoe, can I ask you a question before we ride off?
Yeah, sure.
I always known you to be a real reasonable and kind person, despite our differences. Despite
Yeah, like,
how,
think so.
despite how intense I am towards you sometimes. Now, Bud seems to think that you blame him for Zip's death, or he should
Okay.
blame himself.
I gave Bud a bit of shit about robbing me.
He was mighty upset today. Passionate, even. Which is out of his character a little bit, since he's a free-loving spirit.
Maybe he feels a little guilty.
Now, Zoe, we don't want anyone to feel guilty over Zip. After all, it was just the other day that I was feeling that way until I talked to Sarah and a reverend called Smalls.
I think when anybody dies, people are going to feel guilty. You know, everyone's going to think, you know, did I do this? Did I do that? Could I have done something else? It's just part of grieving. I didn't realise it was Bud at the time that robbed me. And I found out after, and I gave him a bit of shit for it, but I don't actually blame him for anything.
He seems to think otherwise. And is mighty torn up about it tonight.
Oh, he can come talk to me.
He might.
Sure, we'll clear it up.
Now I do look forward to seeing you and Sax and Sarah there tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be there. No one's going to cause trouble at a funeral.
I'm not worried about trouble. We're quills. We are the trouble. Any trouble that comes for us tomorrow, we deserve it. Thank you, all three of you, for putting up with me for the last few days.
It's okay.
That's alright. Hope you feel better.
Yeah, I do. And I will.
Nothing's gonna happen. Everything's gonna be fine tomorrow. And anybody who tries anything, they're the assholes.
It'd be pretty silly to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see you. Be safe. Don't linger too long.
Yeah, you too.
Dude, that's so out of character. I feel like, see, sometimes it's hard for me to pin Indy's personality down. Like sometimes one day he's manic, and the next day he's like completely fluent and logical. I feel like Indy is like bipolar. I feel like that is an actual like disorder or mental condition that he actually has. But man, it's really tough when it comes to Zoe and when it comes to Serafina, because like Sax, he'll kill Sax. Like there's like he doesn't have that emotional connection to Sax, but like for Serafina and Zoe, he has a real soft spot for beautiful women who are just inherently kind. Now, there's a few things that Zoe said that, you know, she could have caught a bullet for, you know, like, oh, well, he should, like, feel some responsibility. But then again, see, Indy kind of respects people who have their own personal opinion and, like, you know, he likes people who are inherently different in themselves. And there ain't no one in this crossing that can't tell me, OOC, or Indy in character that Zoe is not this a pure individual. Her and Serafina both. Now, we lost Daz and we lost Sawyer, so we're alone. And I'm wide awake, talking to myself because I can't stream in a recording. That may or may not be able to be uploaded to YouTube. But, man. Zoe's is a special kind of person. And, despite what Indy said, was like, he'll say what needs to be said when it needs to be said. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're definitely not avoiding these wolves in the ranch. We're gonna try to make our way through the intense fog. But, I know, I've kind of lost my train of thought because I was so concentrated not dying and getting caught in this area in the fog and the dark and the hell. But see, for Bud, he's like, we'll hold her down, we'll kill her. Like, if you need to kill her, we'll just kill her. But he himself, personally, he doesn't have any real grievances with Zoe. Like, not in person, not to her face. So like, even though he was like, let's kill Zoe, let's just do it. Like, if that's what you need, we'll just do it. Like, it's not his blood. Nor does he feel like it's like his torch to carry. Like, he confronted her about it. He needs to know, like, that she said that. He needs to know her intent behind it. He needs to know that it was true. Like, he believes Bud. But you always need to hear it from the wolf's mouth, right? I think we were just fucking turned around. Bro. But, he does have his own personal opinions. Like, he's like, bro, like, don't... Like, he could say so much to Zoe. He could say, like, the book! The book! You took the book, and that's why Zip died. Sarah said it yesterday, man. I can't say that, because Sarah said it yesterday. Like, Zip is uncontrollable. You can't control Zip, Quill. It's like trying to control the weather. So what's the point of hurting Zoe and saying, you took that book, you gave it to that ranger, we tortured the ranger, the ranch got their blood from us, they killed Zip, but that's because you took the book. That's not it. Zip died because Zip was wild and free to the very end, like Sarah said. So if Bud needs to take blood from Zoe, I'm with him. But Indy's not going to go out of his way to make Zoe's life a living hell. Just because he can. Because he can. Like, Indy's a horrible vengeful, disgusting spirit. This is what it's what Indy is. But that doesn't mean like doesn't mean it was always that way, you know? There's a few people who watched Indy's story for a long time. And they know. Like, they know it wasn't always that way. He used to be a really good person. What piece of shit now? Alright, let's see if I can connect back with Daz and Dahlia. If not, well, I guess we take our chances of solo riding and see if we can meet someone interesting. I'll give it about an hour or so. If I can't connect with anyone in about an hour or so, I guess I'll log off, do laundry and whatever. See, I'm like wide awake because like I work night shift, so like this is like prime time for me. Like this is afternoon. It's so weird though. I had fully intended to roleplay Indy being crazy, being broken, being manic, like that when we were here last in Blackwater. That's where I was going. I was like, this is the descent. This is the descent into madness for Indy. But the more like he's with his people, the more that he's with people, like the foundation of the Quill Gang, the more he's seeing like if he falls apart, like that's it for us. Like the ranch will take us. It's like Daza's already fallen apart. He can't ride with us. Millie's already stamped New York. I know it's somewhat stupid to say, but you aren't alone. CC is still around, traveling about. You have me in Redlands, despite the fact we aren't here in the crossing as much as we would like to be. But we are still here, always around you in heart and spirit. Once you get out, you can say your final goodbyes to Zip and come to Kyle and I's. We have guests here currently. More the merrier. You won't feel that way once you get overdosed on the Rowe household. I know I love you and give you some light in this dark time. Ah, that is a meaningful telegram. Let's telegram Daza. I can't send her a telegram back. Like I'd love to send her a meaningful telegram back, but like that she sent that out of state. So like this doesn't make sense. Like, you know, to send it back. I'll talk to her tomorrow or she'll be here tomorrow. Wow. And he's just like, I know you're with your outfit, but I'm lonely. I'm gonna invite myself to your riding so you can't say no, because if you say no, you're a jerk. That's okay. Indy's got some money from Sawyer, so he's gonna use a little bit of money to buy the things he needs. if Sawyer needs the money back, he'll definitely give her the money back. But like Indy was fucking flat broke. So let's buy a few things. I'm sure we'll hear back from Daza. Until then, no, don't prejudge me, but I have very limited supplies at the moment. So if someone's gonna rob me, they're gonna get only a bow and a Schofield. Okay, so we need some arrows for this bow. Always buy 50 bow like arrows and never use it. I need some ammunition. In case I do actually run into the ranch and we have to flee for our lives. Don't judge my pockets. They're usually more organized. And I need some apples for the horse in case we get into a horrific chase. And smokes for cinematic. Cicadettes. We'll do 10. Just because, like, I feel like I never go through them and I just eat them on the ground anyways. Now, Indy's actually very thirsty, so let's get the boy some water. Find a nice place for him to sit. And then I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Maybe get something to eat. Okay, let's find a nice place for Indy to sit that he'll still get his telegrams but not be like accosted. And that we won't fall to our absolute fucking demise if I fall off the fucking building. It's so weird not being wanted. You can just like walk by the fucking law office. I know where we can go. We can go in this construction area. I'll still get my telegrams there and we can kind of keep, like, I always, like, stress that when I go AFK, like, people are gonna be like, oh, hey, and, like, try to talk to me and I won't be here. But, like, I know I could log out. But, like, I have such a hard time logging back in. Man, it's, like, not worth it. Like, I'd have to, like, relog, like, 48 times to get a connection. Okay, I was gonna say that didn't clean the horse, but did. Such a nice horse. I didn't think that Indy would get this horse. Well, I do have something to do. If we don't hear from Daza, there is one thing that we can do before the funeral. I don't want to do it and then it turned out to be different. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I'm gonna sit Indy here. Let's give him a little book to read. let him relax with his food, and then I'm gonna go get mine. So I'll be right back. You get no music because this is a a baby video. Alright, I'm back. To myself and I, and to any of the VOD viewers. Alright, well, I hope no one rode up on us and tried to speak to us while we were AFK. I went to the bathroom and then I took up my dog. I also fed my dog and got myself an apple, so. Which I will be eating this apple. This is the moments that, like, I wish I was live so I can, like, decompress of chat and stuff. Because, like, I have so much to decompress. Like, even tonight, like, Indy getting homicide is crazy. Like, I thought legitimately that Todd would get homicide. Fuck, man. I did. I thought Todd would get homicide and Millie would ride murder, and the two leaders of the Quill Gang would ride homicide and murder. But she gave him to Indy, man. That's wild. I will. Yeah, no, I won't say that. But I want, cause so Zip said that he was gonna give Indy a gun called the Deer, and I think he actually died before he created that gun in game. Like, Bug just couldn't create it. But Indy has a customized Navy, so he was gonna give it to Red Lance and call it a Brother in Lakota. But I think Indy might keep it. Make Red Lance a different gun because that gun Zip held, and call it the Deer, so that he'll have a Navy from Zip called the Deer. His long arm will be from Isaac called the Shadow. And his knife is from Jackie called Ashes. And his tomahawk is from Red Lance / Jackie. So with the addition of the Navy, he'll have a full set of people, like, of items from people, like legacy items that mean a lot to Indy, that I, as Indy's player, will pass on in game when Indy goes. So I think that's the move. You guys got a little bit of chomp and stream, but I haven't got any telegram from Daza yet. He might be logged out. I had a fire scene with Zoe. And that scene with Bud, though, holy shit. He's trying to put people together before the funeral, man. But Indy himself isn't put together. He's about the least put together of the Quill Gang. And yet, he's the oldest member. Like, not even Millie is as an old member as Indy is. Like, of course, Daza and Barton are older. But they are both in different outfits. So, like, Indy's, like, the oldest of the current outfit. So now what we have to do is see what we're gotta do next. Because I could just keep riding around, like telegram people, and then like hope someone's awake. But I really do sincerely think people are hanging low until the funeral, which I get, obviously. But like, bro, today is like my weekend. Oh, I want an RP. It's the middle of the night and I live alone and I have nobody. I'll go and Danya, see if Danya's still around. Indy doesn't look like he matches his horse. I see this horse and I see Zip sitting on top of this horse. Not tiny Indy. But that's just fucking nuts. That mommy's carrot. Ew. I don't know those people. Actually, I know that one girl. I think her name is Kitty. I thought she was gonna touch homicide. I was about to kill her. Oh. We'll telegram Barton, see if he's still around. Sometimes he's around late on weekends. All these people are dead. Oh, she's done, yeah. I think I already telegram Danya, but we'll do it one more time and give everyone about an hour. And if I don't hear anybody by 3, like AM, I'll just log off. Around still. Ay, 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 desperate. That's, oh no, that's the baker. Everett, Faith, Faye. That's who telegrammed Indy before with that telegram from New York. It's one of my OG, like, she's one of Indy's OG friends. Faye Dunn, but now she's Faye Rowe. And she married Kyle Rowe of the Frey gang. There you go. Take that carrot. Why do you never play? What's wrong with you? Who is this to? Who's Nur? Sorry, I was petting my dog and I forgot. Oh, it's Finn the Wanderer. I'm not sure, but I am looking for company. That's right. It's exactly the company. I was gonna make a joke, like a serious joke, like, yeah, it's exactly the company you think. I have a lot of, see, I'm dyslexic, so I have a lot of telegrams you're gonna notice that are written wrong. Name and box are written wrong. That's just because I'm dyslexic. You just know. Let's try hummingbird. Let's see if we can get a hummingbird scene. See if I can get a hummingbird conversation. I haven't seen Endangered Finley in a long time. Let me just eat this apple. That's a telegram station like a barbarian. There we go. Isaac. I almost telegrammed Isaac just now, and that's fucking depressing. The only Kelly that mattered. Kaz is asleep. Everyone on this page is fucking dead. I haven't familiar. Everyone on this page is pretty much dead except for this guy. We could go hunting for Revenant. We need to torture him. Stop by Strawberry, see if I can find Revenant. It's about 3 in the morning for Crazy. He's probably asleep. Man, you think if I just go find Serafina again, I can just ride around Zoe on Sax? Well, they're in Jersey. I got a lot of fucked up, messed up ones. I think they would enjoy riding with Indy. I'm done chomping like a barbarian. Oh my god, who are these people? Howdy. Oh my god, guys, it's the ranch, I think. Let's get out of here. Is that the ranch? Ain't no way that's the fucking ranch. Nah, they're carrying bows and shit like they're the killers. They don't ride around with bows. Yeah, see, it wasn't them, but like, bro, for a moment I thought that was like fucking the ranch, and I was like, oh well, we're still at the telegram station too long eating an apple. No, in a second. Ah, they don't know Indy. Let's stop by Strawberry. See if we can find a ranger torture. The irony of that. Oh, if we find Mina, or if we find fucking Revenant. I'd rather, well, if we find Mina, we have to like scare her to death. If we find Revenant, we have to also scare him to death. Why do we hate the Rangers? I don't know. Oh, that's a big group of people. And they're... Okay, I thought they were veering this way. I was like, bro. No, that... Well, we didn't die. Good job, homicide. Oh, we are possessed here. How of a bit, a guy rides within a normal limit of a horse. We got an hour. That's my time limit for everybody. One hour. Then we go to bed. And then I can attempt to try to upload this. I hope, in my heart of hearts, it uploads before tomorrow's funeral. I can make no promises. It took like 4 days to download it in Genshin Impact. Like fucking 4 days. Each patch note. Oh, we got a telegram. Woohoo! What do you think it's from? We telegrammed everyone that we are lonely and desperate. Have no friends. Oh, but it's saying it's so. It's so true. Indy has no friends. You know whose telegram I wish I had? Zoe's. Could torment her all I wanted. Under sad telegrams with Zip. How's that is living near roads nowadays, man? I wonder why. That's 2 telegrams he sent me near roads. My glasses are fucked up. And I need new glasses, but I'm just haven't gotten around to it. Near roads, it said I should have checked his telegram to see where it was sent, but it's a new roads. I find him. We're gonna avoid Big Valley because that seems like, you know, a place we're gonna find Chet and Chet's gonna kill us. Got no friends around. That'll be great. Just die for 24 hours. But like, oh my god, could you imagine? So Chet kills Indy. Indy's dead like in a field. And Indy misses the funeral because he's fucking dead because Chet kidnapped him. Bro, that would suck. Call for help. And then Minna, the ranger we tortured, comes and saves Indy. Sorry. My dog was chewing on a sock, and the sock has a really thick elastic in it, so I heard the elastic snap, and I was like, bro, he's eating my fucking sock. Okay, let's travel smart, because I'm traveling on the normal people routes, and I shouldn't be doing that. Because I'm talking to myself. I want to cross the bridge, but everyone crosses the bridge, so... I'm okay. And I think I'd be fired to run across Serafina again. I really love Tank Girl, so I would... Like, Indy's so fucking disturbed that they can't possibly be his friend. Be friends with me! I promise I will torture you! And the irony that so I did have a idea. So Indy not only wants to send his cut back to England for Andy, like here's something that he will do. Like I know Butt's like 10%, send 10%, blah blah blah. But like Indy's always got money. Like he rides around enough that he collects enough dollars off the ground. He hunts enough. Like he just Indy always has money. He's got like $1,000 tucked away. So like I'm not worried that he like today he had no money. Well, that's only because he gave $300, $200 to Kez like 2 days ago. He's lost like 4 guns because we gave it to that crab baby man, and like I've given a few guns like Todd and to Danya and stuff. But Indy is quite serious that he's not going to take any cuts. He's going to send 100% of his cut to Andy each bank job, and he'll just live off of what he can scavenge. The bank jobs goes to Andy. It goes so that she never has to work or want for like her children, for Zip's children, because like think of it. It's 1902. She's a single woman with 2 children. She's a widow of an American outlaw, and she's going back to like Andy's not from the fucking. I don't think Andy's from a wealthy family, so like eventually Andy would have to work in order to support her children, because like she's like a single woman in fucking England in 1902. So Indy sending that money over or sending something over to Andy, that this like 600 American dollars goes a long way, I think, in England in 1902. So like we'll figure it out. And like it's not the only thing. I do think Indy's gonna really step in and try to help raise Zip's children. Like I had a plan where he was gonna retire and head to the Black Hills with Redlands. But like I don't know if Indy could ever live that peaceful life like I had thought. I don't think that he can. I sincerely don't think that Indy can. So I'm at Rhodes, but I forget where he said he was. Out east by Rhodes? Out east near Rhodes. All right, well, I'm in Rhodes. Now, he could mean east, but he could mean the general direction east. Come on, get under. Go in the den. Sorry, my dog's trying to get underneath the desk. Oh, he's pulled the cord. But you see, I sit on the floor. So, like, I have a coffee table where my computer sits on. So, like, he literally has to, like, crawl over me to, Ooh, someone's close. He literally has to crawl over me and get underneath this tiny-ass coffee table. And we call it the den because he doesn't have much room. And I'm, like, right there on top of him. Now, that could be Daza. But it seems like an awful lot of Muppets. That seems like an Eastern gang, so we're just gonna keep going. Is that you, Daza?
Yep, it's me.
Excellent. Now, am I interrupting
Yeah,
a private conversation?
No, I'm just watching this hostage situation.
Oh. That's right.
Yeah, I didn't really. I wasn't sure if you were following us, and I thought you were staying in Armadillo. I didn't really want to stay and chit chat with all of them. I just felt like being. I thought that was pretty embarrassing, so I felt like just leaving.
I needed to ask Zoe if she really put blame on Bud. I needed to hear it from her mouth.
Now, what'd she say?
She didn't deny it. She says if he has a problem with her and what she said to him, that they can have a conversation, just the two of them. I told her she might get her wish.
Hmm. Okay, and there's Lord chasing them. All right, I'm gonna go send a telegram to Millie.
I'm glad that we found them.
You still having that conversation, Dahlia? You still having that conversation? Was it over, or is it still going?
It was over. No, it was over.
Okay. I'd love to wait here 2-3 minutes and see if they come back with bodies on the back of their horse. That'd be funny.
Yes, it would.
So I recognize Chet and George Dune. Anyone else recognize who else was with them?
Chet was there?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, guys, that was Chet. We're so close. Like, can you imagine if we got here and like Chet seen us? Holy shit.
How many of them were there, including George?
I don't know.
Looked like a full posse to me.
Okay. Indy, do you have any way to get another dynamite? Because I want to have 2 dynamite for tomorrow, in case one malfunctions, and if it doesn't malfunction, at least we have double the explosives, double the blast for Zip.
Excuse us.
I mean, I told you
Jesus.
that I told you I'd take care of that. I've got nitro.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it less work for you if Indy has dynamite right now and can give it to us. Never hurts to ask.
I have an extremely old piece of dynamite you could try to use.
I would not trust it.
You would have to drop it and run.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
It's extremely old.
Do you want to leave this shithole?
I'm probably gonna head into the tree line over yonder and go to bed.
Yeah. Alright.
Need anything or anything happens, telegram me.
Actually, Gabe, I have a question for you.
Oh,
We need to put on our weapons. If Chet is around, we can't be fooling around.
I think I'm gonna rest my head, if I'm honest.
No, guys. Stay with me. I guess I'll rest my head too. That's so I don't get caught unaware.
He's just gonna go get a gift box for that, and then
Alright. I'm gonna go rest my head.
Oh, I see that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Nah, it's all right. It's late.
yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go. But I'll catch you later. Alright, Dahlia, Indy.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Is that Zoe's Bowman? These are Zoe's outlaws. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, there's Serafina. I think. When they whistle for the horses, they're gonna come from that direction, so. Yeah, well, it might be that time for me to go to bed too. I gotta eat. I should probably try to nap before my appointment tomorrow and then be on for Zip.
You want me to pay you now or when you're done?
Do you have the money right now?
Yes, I have the money right now.
Okay. I'll get that taken care of.
God, and it doesn't even.
Good to meet you, Indigo.
It's nice to meet you too.
Indy, did you happen to have any deputy guns, any department guns?
Let me check. Yes, I have one on me right now. Why?
I'll keep
trade
it.
for
I'll
it.
keep it in mind if I get some of those.
Appreciate it. So I'm trying to get a sidearm that I gave to Daza back from the department.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the Lancaster I am back is one.
If you can part with it, I'd appreciate it. If you want me to pay for it, I can do that too.
Well, I would never ask you to pay for it. I'm sure I'll be able to replace it eventually. We're losing all of our guns, chat.
I do appreciate it.
That's all right. You gotta head off to bed now?
I'm probably gonna send a couple telegrams that look like the deal that I was gonna make. I don't know what's gonna happen tonight, given what just happened in town. I think Manius might be busy. But he wanted deputy guns and a couple of other things in exchange for guns. So
What gun of Daza does he have?
it's one I gave him, Lazarus.
I see. Well, I hope it helps.
I appreciate it, and it will.
I could stay with you if you wanted to, but I was gonna rest my head if you don't need me.
I figured they'll probably be busy, so I was just gonna send a telegram and wake up tomorrow early so I can get dynamite made.
Sounds good to me.
So I think I'll just call it early and then wake up early.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. Take care of yourself.
I'll try.
Did you have a conversation with Daza?
Yeah, I did.
How did that go?
I told him a man's spirit is only broken. He allows it to be. More or less. I think he listened. A man can only be defeated if his spirit is broken. Doesn't matter what else they take from you. Even if it's something important.
I think he needed to hear that, and I appreciate it. I do.
I think he'll, ignite that fire inside of him once again. I don't think he's really burnt out. But
I don't think so. I think he might have tripped and he might have stumbled, but I think he'll be fine.
me too. There's never been a day that I've known Daza to be defeated. And I don't think he's defeated now. But
I don't think so either.
until tomorrow, stay safe.
Now, do I have your telegram? Do you have mine?
I might. I'm not sure.
Mine's easy. It's kinda evil 016.
So KE016?
Yes.
All right. I'll send you a telegram.
Yeah. Take care.
Take care. Guys, we're going to forget that. We're going to have to do that right now. KE016. And we got to, like, talk to fucking nobody. Zoe. KE016. I was gonna sleep in Rhodes, but now I have given away yet another weapon. Ay. I'm gonna have to go all the way back to Tumbleweed to get a and do the Great Horse Shuffle of 1902. That was my only Lancaster, I think, though. Is that? I think it might be. Contacts. Sawyer. Kinda evil. 016. Quill. I'm 98% sure that's Sax. There you go.
Good night.
Is that someone? Oh, I thought that was like I had PTSD that was Chucky. All right, it's time to head back west because we need to replace our guns. So because we don't have a fucking long arm, we're just gonna put the bow on our back. It's better to have a bow than nothing. So I was gonna. There's a spot by Braithwaite Manor that when I'm in the Rhodes area, like I always lay down indie. But I want my horses to be ready for war tomorrow, so I gotta put my good, Like my Clad Rooper has all my good weapons, and I need to put my good weapons on Homicide. So we have to head to Tumbleweed because that's where my apartment is. That's where my spare shoddy is. And not put the shoddy on the horse because it's better to have a shoddy than nothing. Now I don't have a Lancaster, but I've got two bolt actions. So next time we go robbing, I'll go rob a Lancaster off somebody. Indy has never been really big on robbing, but I need it, and I don't got the funds I want to waste on a Lancaster. Plus, if Chet's around this area, I want to roleplay with Solo, like with Solid, but I can't risk being fucked up the day before the funeral. Crazy. I can't believe Indy owns Homicide. So surreal. Like, it's not real to me yet. I'm gonna miss riding Indy's Clad. I always liked the Clad Rooper because it looked like an agent of death because it was so dark and it had such long hair. But riding Homicide, that's monumental. Especially if Millie ever brings out Murder Man. Ooh, I thought I saw someone across the bridge. It might be. The birds up there are pretty upset. So what I was saying before when we ran across Daza is that I had this plan where I wanted Indy to, if he makes it out of the life, I'm pretty solid that he might make it out of the life. I've got plans for him that extend beyond wild. So, I'm like 70% sure he'll make it out. Like if a good perma comes, like if the quills are all dying, like it's the fire and brimstone at the end of the west, like I'll take that perma because like that is the dream for Indy. Not to die in the face of law and to be like it was all pointless. It's because when we're role playing, like we're role playing cops and robbers and cowboys and law dogs, right? Cowboys and outlaws, and we all know that the age of the outlaw dies. Like the wild, wild west is no longer the America that we know, right? So like this beautiful burning blood-soaked life that Indy just is so enthralled with does come to an end. Like they pave over Armadillo, they pave over Tumbleweed, they rename those towns, you know what I mean? Like it's this, like it will happen, and it does happen. But I would be very honored if Indy goes down as one of the sons of the West. I don't think that he would. I don't think that he's made himself as infamous as Zip Quill and all those other outlaws that made the West, but I would like to contribute to making this last age of the outlaw of the server like something to remember. Because we all remember the Kettle era, we all remember the Gavin Summers and like the Kelly gang and the Quill gang, like we remember those as iconic server making like things. So I would like to, even though this is not the same lot, was that a person? Well, we shouldn't stop. Could have been the cat. Even though, like, we missed that era. Like, I missed the Kettle era. I missed all those, like, iconic, wild, lawless era of the server. I think roleplay is what you make of it. I think that within the confines of these new rules, that we can and we will reach the stars, and we will have this blood-soaked burning era once again. It just might be the last, like, you know what I mean? I'd be honored to roleplay the death of the outlaw. I'd be honored to roleplay the death of New Austin. And I'm like super thankful that the ranch is like helping facilitate that. I just hope we can give them back some great RP, because like they obviously have like been through the ringer. They've obviously have been in quite a few wars. Well, we haven't been in, like, I don't know if I've been in an official Quill war yet, like that I can remember, like one that lasted like a long time. We Quills usually don't linger. I just had to check on Chet's grave case, like, you know, there was any that was loud, in case there's any details left, but there wasn't. I wanted to know if like Millie had stopped by maybe. But I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, fire RP with the ranch, because like they've warred and they've honed their skills, like they've mastered the art of war. Well, we Quills, we're not a war gang. We capture civilians, we torment law dogs, we do a fair bit of business RP, actually, that now that I've thought about it a little bit. But like, I don't know if we've ever rode to war. Like, maybe before Indy, they rode to war, like against the bastards and stuff like that. But like, I don't think with Indy we've had a full war. We've had skirmishes, we've had debates, we've had things like that, but I don't think Indy has had war. And I'm not interested in just giving them the same that they've always had, like pew pew bam bam bam, like we're gonna come to your branch and we're gonna fucking shoot you, pew 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 pew, go left, right, they're on the right. Like, I'm not interested. Like, if I was interested in that, I'd be playing GTA, I'd be playing fucking Call of Duty, right? I would be a part of a different gang. I wouldn't have chosen the Quill gang, which is a gang of storytellers. So, like, everyone tells a story, but like we focus on kind of arcs like that. We don't just sometimes like infatuate ourselves with war. I don't have enough time, OOC, like to give someone a constant back and forth of war, like to hit someone every day. Like you'll be lucky if you get hit by Indy once a week, let alone fucking every day, you know? So I do sincerely hope that we can give them something more than they have had, and that we can like give back some amazing RP that they've given to us. Because I feel lucky. I feel lucky that A Jimmy and Kaizens have even considered to have this role play with us. Like they killed Zip, like they killed Bud, like the biggest storyteller that we have. Like they don't have to entertain us, but they will, and they are. So I would love to give them something different. And I don't want to be like, because we've had troubles in the past where the Quill Gang's been like mowed down time after time because like we don't like I don't like Indy didn't even shoot his gun once today. You know what I mean? So I don't want the legacy of the Quill Gang to be like after Zip dies, we just become a couple of pansy muppets. You know what I mean? Like mamby pambies. I don't like I don't want that. I want Millie to be able to say, like, speak with her chest and know that we'll be able to support her. So, like, I'm gonna have to brainstorm a little bit. I'm so happy we didn't hit the ranch today because, like, tomorrow is the day. Like, not that we're gonna hit them tomorrow, but, like, tomorrow is, like, the story starts tomorrow. The next chapter starts tomorrow. We got upset horses behind us somehow. Okay, it was just a local. I want to stop by the church where Reverend Smalls was. I want to see if he's left his telegram there. Like that conversation yesterday with the Reverend was pretty big for Indy. Like a lot of people don't know that Indy's dad was a preacher man and preached the good book of God. And a lot of people don't know that Indy's first relationship was with Reverend Wright, and Revenant preached a lot of the good book of the apocalypse to Indy. So, even though he's Lakota now, like by choice, I don't know, it just hits home when people bring up what's next and fate and the concept of right versus wrong. So I do want to see if the good Reverend's telegram is here, because I find that a lot of people are too afraid to RP faith, and they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be afraid that they're going to get reported for role-playing faith. So I really appreciate that somebody is taking that upon themselves and is fearlessly RPing faith. Father. Okay, so they have, but they don't have a telegram on here. This says anytime you wish to talk. But like, how am I gonna get a hold of you if you don't have your telegram on something? Maybe they have their information on the inside, like on a wall somewhere or on a desk. Bro, if anyone comes in here and sees Indian in church, he's just gonna fucking freak out. Someone slept here. That's real unfortunate. I was hoping that like we would get a telegram and I could telegram the father. Maybe have a scene with him, but it doesn't seem like there's a telegram for the father anywhere. Let's see what telegram does. Oh, let's see, because they're within the hour that I gave them. Like, I was like, if I don't hear from people in an hour, I'm going to bed. So it's 10 minutes short of the hour. So let's see who it is. I swear if I have to leave the West again. This is Danya. Banana. Oh, this is embarrassing, guys. Banana is a word that I have hard time spelling with my dyslexia because like the B and A's are so close together. But I had it right. Banana. Favor. Favorite. Favor. That was. We're gonna just spell it like that. It's wrong. I can tell, but that was Zip's favorite. For a while. Alright, we'll give her half an hour to respond. If she doesn't respond, we'll go to bed. Let's go play horse shuffles. One thing. So I've got like software and stuff like on my phone and on my computer to help me like with my dyslexia. The only thing is that it doesn't correlate with RedM. Like, this is not something I'm able to use. So like man, it's like raw dog and spelling here. What I should do is type all my telegrams up in a document like off server, like with my like spell checks and stuff on it, and then copy and paste it into the telegrams. But I just like, how unimmersive is it to have to close out the game and open up another software and fucking write a reply and like open up the software again? Like, people just know, like, I'll just say Indy doesn't know how to spell. Okay, we're gonna do the horse merry-go-round. get my good weapons on this horse and move all my subpar weapons to other horses. And then check to see if Danya replies to us. And if Danya doesn't reply by the time the horse merry-go-round is done, I'm gonna log off and eat. Oh, is this someone riding around in the distance over there? Chet though. Man, I'm so tempted to prod at Chet. But I can't. Must save it for tomorrow, then we can prod at him all we want. And then after this week, I am off work and I can roleplay like 24/7 at any time of the day. So like it'll just be a lot easier, but this week I still have all my work. And tomorrow I have an appointment, so gross. It's so cold right now in Canada, like it's fucking snowing and carrying on. So like I don't want to go. Might cancel. Because like so like it's not that no, let me buy. All right, time to get spare weapons out of. All right, so Indy does have a hotel room. I never, ever, ever RP use it, like ever. The old dynamite, but I never ever use it because Indy lives with Red Lance in an actual TP. Like he does. This is a big storage unit, and I literally don't store anything in it. Like I had a few guns in it because like I had this like an extra overflow guns. I don't anymore because I just gave like fucking 3 guns away this week and $300. So we're getting pretty low. But okay. That's who. We need to put Soul's deed away. Wait, put that there for now. So we'll put that away, and then we'll do the horse merry-go-round. Indy's got a lot of horses. He's got a Breton from Amelia. He's got, which is Jackie's sister, just by the way. He's got a Mustang from Isaac, and he's got his first horse he ever bought for himself. Now I should, for RP, have the Mustang for Isaac out, but like I've got so many horses that mean so much. Like I've got Indy's quill horse Luna that he rid for like a whole year as his main crime horse. He's got now Homicide. He's got the Mustang that Jackie gave him. like that is actually Jackie's horse. And then he's got his very first ever horse that Cecily and Faye bought him. So like, I can't choose, man. Indy's got too many horses. Well, that's right. Okay, we need to get the big guns off Luna. Get the little guns off Homicide. I love the Homicide ran away. I know it was probably because like a snake scared him, but like he doesn't trust Indy as a rider yet. That would be amazing because like he rode Zip. That's just nuts. So that's the gun I want to name the deer. If Indy doesn't get one like that says the deer from Zip. Now we're gonna put the subpar guns on Luna. But there is a bolt action I want to get off Faye and put on Luna. Because like if Homicide needs to be like RP cooldown because like he's shot down or like whatever, I want this horse to be set up second for war. So we've got that. We want to replace it with this. Now I need to get Faye because I think Faye has Indy's second bolt action. Yeah, he does. Put the shoddy shells there. Just because, see, like, shoddy is not something I'm going to carry around, like, faithfully. So, like, when I have to use them, I'll have them. Now I want Luna to have the bolt. There. Now she's set up for success too. That's why I like so easily gave that gun to Sawyer because like there is a snake here somewhere that's scaring all my goddamn horses. One, two, three. What the fuck? All right. She's got the deer, shadow, ashes, and that. Gotta put the notes away because if the fucking ranch get the hands on Indy's fucking love notes, then I'm gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna die. I got a random fucking ass campfire in there. That's crazy. All right, so we only have one more crap ass gun left. So we gotta restock. We gotta restock. I want to carry Redlance's golden feather on Indy. My pockets are getting so full, man. I don't even know how to organize them at this point. Might just throw those bullets there. Like I could use them, but like they're just kind of in the way. Random ass 7 bullets. Because Indy needs 2 stews too before we log out, so that he has can function during the funeral. Okay, we'll head to Benedict, and if we don't hear from Danya at Benedict, we're gonna go to bed. Well, that's homicide to go. I should make myself grilled cheese. That sounds real nice. I also found out that people call grilled cheeses like grilled toasties. And I kind of like the grilled toasties a little bit better. Nothing from Danya. That means we are going to bed. I am gonna log Indy off. Like, so Indy normally sleeps at he normally sleeps with the tribe. So with Redlance and his TP. But because tomorrow is such like a big event, I want to be there as soon as humanly possible. So I'm gonna send him to bed by Quill Canyon. This is easier that way. And we can go through Armadillo one more time, check for Danya, and then if not, it'll be the end of the first very boring recording. Man, I can't do this horse justice. Such a good gift, but like, oh man, bro, I can't. Like that, it's so surreal. Like, bro, Millie and Zip both sat on this horse. That's crazy. Like, how did this not end up with Todd? And he doesn't deserve it. I'll also like take a screenshot too of standing with homicide. Posted in Jesus fella. Posted in the Discord. Also might ponder the idea of bringing Isaac's horse out because like it's just like a random horse I think he had. Like it was this and then you tell me if I'm wrong, like it was this a brown Mustang. So I think it was just like a filler horse that he had like to hold stuff. But like the fact that Indy has Isaac, one of Isaac's horses, and then Zips is crazy. No more horses for no more dead people, man. It's got so many people's horses. Nothing from Danya, and the town is empty. Quokanya, here we come. So a little bit of what you missed before I started recording was we went over what we're gonna do at the funeral, like how we gotta be, where we're gonna ride, where we're gonna ride to, the times we're gonna meet up, where we're gonna stand, what will happen if like people come for us. I do have a recording of it, of like half of it, but I think I'm gonna let that be lost to time. Because even though it has like the moment that Millie gave homicide to Indy on it, I think I won't upload that until a little later because I just want us to have the fairest chance of defending Zip and getting Zip in the ground. And at the moment, like Quill Gang is like off radar, so it makes us really hard to find. All right. It is officially the end of the recording, so I'd have no outro music. I've got nothing. I've got no huge stuff that, you know, you can go in or out. This is just our recording so that you guys can get a little view into the Quill Gang, even though we don't have our booby bud recording for us anymore. All right, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the big day. Ay, ay, ay. It's not real. I love you all. Whoever fucking watches this fucking VOD.